Hello LEGO friends, Matt from BrooksBricks here, and today it's time for another Ask Matt segment. Stay tuned to hear your questions answered. Woohoo! Alrighty folks, welcome back to another Ask Matt segment. And as always, I do want to thank everybody who watches these videos and participates with asking questions and all that good stuff. I really do enjoy providing this content and just, letting you get to know me. With that in mind, again, a reminder that you can contribute to this by leaving a comment below with your questions. I certainly appreciate it. We'll document it and answer it later on. Let's get started with this week's questions. Alrighty, we're going to start with a fairly simple one first this week. Once again, from Nate, who is probably my biggest supporter of these segments. So thank you as always, Nate, for your questions. Certainly do appreciate it. This week, Nate is asking, Matt, where do you get your sig fig design from? So as you can see here, that is my sig fig, little BrooksBricks. Answer is pretty simple and straightforward. When I went to my local LEGO store's grand opening back in, October of 2019, I think it was at this point. Pretty sure it was that. I had just heard about sig figs as I was getting back to LEGO that summer. And I decided I was going to just pop into the build a figure bins, rummage through pieces, and just see what I could find. So I was digging around. First piece I pulled out was the blue torso there. And I was like, you know what? That kind of looks like how I dress. Very, very generically, but yeah. So I grabbed that and rummage around for the legs. Now this one actually has a couple of prints on there, which my generic figure that I hand out to people does not, but it's like, I tend to wear black jeans most of the time, at least in the non-summer months when it's colder. It's like, yep, that's me. Then I was looking around for the head and the hair. And I grabbed a headpiece that I felt was fairly alright. Do have brown eyes and brown eyebrows like that, so yeah, I was like, that's okay. The hair was a lot more interesting. My hair is darker brown compared to that for sure, but I do have that wave in the front just like this figure has, and I was like, okay, that's me using the hairpiece. So long story short, that's where it came from, just digging around in the minifigure bins. My next question this week comes to me from Adventures of a Chef. Thank you, Chef, for your question. This week he's asking, what is your favorite MOC that you have made? Ooh, so I had to think about this a little bit, and I was going back and forth. But to be honest, I still have to go back to one thing in particular. It's been a while since I've done it, but it still stands out there for me. And that is what is currently in my city, the entertainment complex. It is a mostly nougat colored building with some black trim and gray trim and stuff. It's got currently my bowling alley, an arcade, second floor is a comedy club, and third floor is a nightclub. That building was inspired by the music store and laser tag building that's in the city built by Bricks. It's kind of a nondescript building. It's actually kind of warehousey style, but it just called to me. It looked fantastic, and I modeled that building off of his. And to date, even though I've done a lot of other MOCs, it really still reigns as my favorite because it feels very realistic. I did a second one, which houses my supermarket and my pet rescue, which is it's modeled similar with the masonry bricks design and all that, kind of like a warehouse style factory build, but looks a little different, but same idea. I like those builds. They definitely are my favorite to this point. Alright, and the last question for this week comes from my good mate from the land of Australia, Tasman Bricks. And Taz is asking, what are your thoughts on the modular buildings that we've had over the recent years? So this is a little tricky for me to answer because I only got back into LEGO really in 2019. So I missed out on a lot of modular buildings. The first one I got technically was the Brick Bank, which I got it on eBay used in the summer of 2019. So I basically had to piece that together from just parts that were just shipped to me. And I really do like that building. Since then, I've got a number of them: bookstore, police station, boutique hotel, Assembly Square, the diner, and I'm really happy with a lot of them. I also parted out the detective's office, and I picked up a used pet shop one as well. I think they're really cool. I like that they can all fit into a Main Street style city in different ways. And I think in my case, I've told people this, that they are, for me, they're designed to supplement my city. They're not the centerpiece of my city. I like doing mocks as well. I like the fact that we've got a lot of different designs over time. And I feel like LEGO's trying to continuously expand and incorporate different architecture styles. And I hope they continue to do that. As of the recording of this video, we have now seen the 2023 Jazz Club and Pizzeria, which some people are divided on that. I think it's pretty cool. I'm digging it. I'm going to get it. I don't know where we're going to place it at the moment, but yeah, I like the modulars. I think they're a great supplement. And I hope LEGO will continue to do them going forward. Alrighty, folks, and that's going to wrap up this week's Ask Matt segment. Again, big thanks to everybody who participates in this, asks me questions that I can answer, or just views this and enjoys the content. I really do appreciate it. As always, you can participate by leaving a comment in the comment section below, or a question, I should say, and I will be glad to document that and answer it in an upcoming segment. I certainly do appreciate that. As always, if you haven't, be sure to follow me over on Twitch at BrooksBricks, where I do my weekly live streams. I do appreciate that support. And if you haven't, be sure to subscribe here as well. Hit that like button, notification bell, all that good stuff. It helps the channel a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is Matt saying see ya, bye.